Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are shaping one of my favorite looks, golden hour, that fleeting light every filmmaker chases. We'll grade it together from scratch, step by step. And the best part, we won't be using any third-party plugins like DEHANCER Pro. Everything you'll see is done with DaVinci Resolve's built-in tools, with just one extra touch, the Mediabee Cinematic LUT Pack, which forms the foundation of this look. But don't worry, I've got a surprise for you. Something special lined up for early Black Friday. Let's just say it's related to the LUT Pack. Make sure you stick till the end and let's get started. Before we jump in, let's do some quick housekeeping and check out my project settings. By the way, if you already know your way around project settings and CST Nodes, there's a chapter link below. You can skip straight to the LUT section. If not, here's a fast setup. In the master settings, I adjusted the timeline and video resolution to match the resolution of the footage. On the color management side, I'm using DaVinci YRGB as the color science, with the timeline color space set to DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate, and the output color space is set to Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. One small but important tweak, under the lookup table, set 3D LUT interpolation to tetrahedral. It gives a cleaner, more faithful response than trilinear, especially noticeable on skin and saturated highlights. Alright, let's build the node tree and wire up our transforms. First node, input CST. Today's footage is Sony S-Log3, so set input color space to Sony S Gamut 3 Cine and input gamma to S-Log3. I'm leaving tone mapping off here. This keeps the source scene referred and preserves all highlight and shadow information for us to shape intentionally. For the output CST, we'll convert from DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate to Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. Here I enable DaVinci tone mapping and set maximum input to 10,000 nits. That gives a smooth, predictable roll-off into SDR without clipping the bright stuff. Now for the fun part, the film emulation. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know I've designed a set of 16 cinematic LUTs, each created to emulate different film-inspired looks. They work with footage from any camera, but the key is how you apply them. These LUTs are optimized for DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate, which means the best results come when you place them between two CST nodes. Now, let's go over to the LUTs panel and pick a LUT that enhances golden hour without overcooking it. Here I'm after three things. Natural skin that doesn't drift too orange, and warm wheat that stays golden, not red, and a gentle cyan teal bias in the sky to separate warm, cool nicely. I think the horizon LUT is perfect for this scene. Let's apply this one. Let's check it. Beautiful. Exactly what we want. A clean cinematic base to build on. Next, I'm adding a contrast node right after the input CST, so we're shaping in DaVinci White Gamut Intermediate. I'm using custom curves. Make sure the editable splines are enabled in the settings. First, let's create a gentle press in the shadows for depth. You'll notice that also pulls skin a touch darker. Rather than undoing the shadow work, I'll drop a soft point right on the skin tone. I just click on the face in the viewer to place it, and now lift it slightly to keep faces alive. Okay, maybe some more depth in the shadows. Then I'll soften the highlights a little bit. Alright, let's see how far we've come. Nice, I like it. Next, I'm adding a glow on a new node. And then I'll switch the composite mode to soft light. You'll see the image darken a bit. That's expected with soft light as it deepens the mids. But don't worry, we can adjust it. Let's bring the shine threshold down slightly, and then we can open up the spread to control how far the glow wraps around the highlights. Okay, this is good. It's looking a touch oversaturated from the effect, so I'll pull saturation back a little for a cleaner, more cinematic palette. Let's check it. Nice. To make it pop, I'll notch gain and gamma just a bit. Let's check it again. Much better. If needed, you can always come back to the shine threshold for a final trim. I think I'm happy with this. Subtle, creamy highlight glow without overpowering the grade. Alright, lastly, I'll add halation, bloom and grain for a final cinematic touch. I'll use Film Look Creator. Let's start with a clean slate and then add the effects. Let's check it. Awesome. This is looking great. But before we wrap this up, I want to revisit the contrast note. The shadows seem a little too close to zero. I'll lift them slightly using the HDR wheels. If you want, you can also lift the midtones a bit using the gamma wheel under primaries to add some air. Let's check it again. Looking much better. And there it is, our final look. Before we finish, here is the early Black Friday surprise I promised. Starting today, October the 6th, 2025, you can use the code BLACK30 to get 30% off when you purchase the full Mediabee Cinematic LUT Pack. This offer is valid until Cyber Monday, December the 1st, 2025. So please don't miss the chance. Please check the video description for the link. And if you purchase the LUTs and use them in your projects, feel free to tag Mediabee Color Lab on Instagram. We would love to see them. If you like this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve color grading tutorials. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.